Hi, I'm Reva with Quality Sewing and Vacuum, and welcome to another segment in our How We Make Money with Embroidery. We're going to talk about hooping flats. So we do have another little segment on stabilizers, so take a look at that because you want to make sure that your fabric is neutral. So when you hoop your fabric, you want to make sure it's nice and taut in the hoop, and it's not going to slip out. It needs to be tight enough that it's not going to slip out, but you don't want to pull excessively on the fabric, stretching the fabric, because what will happen is when you take it out of the hoop, it's going to automatically go wonk because it had been pulled. So then the thread's going to relax and you'll have pucker. So you don't want that. So let's talk about flats. So when I first started doing my embroidery business, I did a bunch of polo shirts and denim shirts for a client, and I just so neatly unbuttoned them all and did all that stuff, and I got the whole job. I think I was down to the last one, and then it dawned on me, what am I doing? It has a free arm. I didn't have to undo all those buttons. Just get it in the hoop, and I usually will put my arm up through the shirt so it's hanging down here. That way I know I'm not sewing it shut, and just touch onto here and then just slide it on. So that way, if there's any buttons in a polo shirt, you don't have to unbutton them, and you definitely don't have to undo a button-up front shirt. So we're ready to go here. So this little guy is ready to go, but I do want you to see one thing, and that is that I hooped him quite crooked. And I did this on purpose, but a lot of times we just can't get things hooped perfectly straight because of where a button placket is or a zipper or something like that. You do want to know where you want your design to go. So this is the center of where I want my design. That's straight and up and down on the shirt, and that's 90 degrees to my straight up and down. Okay, so this is a removable pen. This is a pen that does go away, so don't use a ballpoint or a Sharpie. That's not a good thing to mark your fabric with. But you do want to place it in the hoop. You can, if you have a standard machine with no ability to know how to rotate it, you can use a compass or a protractor, I guess is more what I mean. And then you can see what the angle is that it's at, and that can be a little bit of a challenge, but you can do that. This machine's a little bit different, so I'll show you this one real quick because it's really kind of fun, and I just really like doing it. So let's take this little guy here. It's this little bumblebee, and he's straight left and right. You can see he's very parallel. So now I'm going to touch set and edit end because I don't need to change him. But now I need to make sure he's in the hoop correctly. If we look at the hoop, you're going to see the red crosshairs is where the center of the hoop is, and this is perfectly straight left and right, and the red line up and down is perfectly straight up and down. And you can see that my marks don't match that. So this button right here on the screen has a little red crosshair in it. This is the one we're going to use to plan the placement of our design. Right now, it has a little dot in the center of the design. And so it's wanting to know, do you want to align with the center or one of the other choices? I'm good with the center, so I'm just going to say next. All right, so now what it wants to know is, do you want to rotate him and pivot him based on your horizontal line or your vertical line? I'm good with the horizontal line because his wings kind of go out that way, so he's wider than he is tall. So I'm going to use the horizontal line and then touch next. Now it wants me to place the crosshairs right in the center of my crosshairs. So I have to take those red crosshairs and move it to my crosshairs simply by pushing the arrows on the screen. Let's get him right there. Maybe one over. Nope, it was better the way it was. Okay, there you go. That's good. That's right on. I like that. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to touch the next button on the screen, and now it wants me to place my second point on my horizontal line. The first point is going to stay in place, so now it's just going to rotate my little bee around, and all I have to do is place the crosshairs now down onto my line. So I'm just going to push my down arrow, till it's on the line, then say set. And now if you come in and take a look, you can see our bee is crooked. So then we can go to embroidery and we can stitch him out, and then we'll end up with a perfectly straight little bee. So this is a really fun and easy way to make sure your embroidery is perfectly straight. You might be working with a pocket and you want to put a name above a pocket on a shirt, or maybe you have a tea towel that has a stripe in it. This is a great way to also line up with those things. A great way to line up lettering and words. Lots of fun. So I hope you've enjoyed our series on how to make money with embroidery. And if you are interested in getting a digital copy of our how to start a home-based business with embroidery booklet, you can find us on our website at qualitysewing.com, or look in the descriptions below for a link, and we'll be happy to email you the digital form of this booklet. And this is for a limited time, so don't delay. But you can, in here, you're going to find information about pricing, about where to find customers, different types of supplies, and how to start, and everything that you need. Also, if you're just catching this video, take a look back. We have several in our series of how to make money. But I hope you enjoyed our series, and I hope you make lots of money and have lots of joy in your embroidery business. And remember, your embroidery business is your own. If you want to make $1 million, that's great. If you want to only make enough to pay for your toys and your thread and your things like that, then that's a perfect reason as well. So enjoy, and we will see you at another video sometime in the future.